believe that our mental state and self-awareness is the driving force behind our attitude and reaction to life. On this podcast, we deal with everyday socio-psychological issues that affect our daily lives and how we can conquer them and live a wholesome living. Join in essence with Didi as we discuss topics including mental health, the effect of our interactions on our well-being, finances, and many other issues that affect our daily living. Hey guys, so welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being faithful to the channel. And thank you for growing with me and being a part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. So on this episode, we'll be talking about femininity. Being a woman, being in touch with our feminine side, and owning ourselves. Since throughout history, women always fought for their voice, to be heard, for the ownership of their own bodies, and basically to just hold the place and occupy positions. I can say that throughout history, things were not automatically easy and free for women. And I believe that although to an extent those rights were restored to every woman of every race, I believe that to an extent some are still left behind, or I can say that the norms are still there they're still lingering. So on today's episode, we'll be talking about how we can reclaim back who we are, individually or as a collective. And in most Black societies, women are being taught to bend, to limit themselves and surrender to what seems as being wifeable or being woman enough. Whereas in the process of that, they end up losing themselves and their individuality. The moment you start bending and the moment you start limiting yourself to fit a certain image, or you start limiting yourself just to occupy a certain position, then you are stepping out of who you are really, really meant to be. And throughout history, or in the past generations of our race, or just being woman, that has always been a norm, that you cannot be too opinionated, you cannot hold even simple but professional conversations. You don't really own yourself and your opinion, and that is something that I don't believe should be passed from our generation to the generation that is after us and those that are coming after them. Because the moment you shrink yourself to fit a certain position, you lose yourself, and I believe so much that women hold power. They hold so much power. And I'm not saying that they can do what men can do, but they can flourish in their own way of specialty. The two roles cannot be mixed. They're not the same. And I don't believe that they can ever be the same. Women cannot do what men can do, and men cannot do what women can do. Those are two different things. And I believe that for us to have harmony, for the human race to have harmony, each and everyone should flourish in the area that they are supposed to flourish in. It costs your identity and eventually individuality if you have to enjoy living your life out of the fear of being perceived as a rebel or being perceived as an outcast because of how opinionated you are as a woman. And I believe that healthy femininity is owning up to your feminine side, and that includes nurturing yourself, owning your opinion as a woman, and being firm in who you are and what you are meant to be. Take up space and occupy those positions, empower yourself as a woman and grow into the person that you want to be. Because the moment you shrink yourself and the moment you dim your light And the moment you see yourself as too opinionated or to this or to that for certain thing, that is when you begin to lose yourself, and that is when you begin to lose your right. And on this episode, we'll be talking more about the development of women, owning our own bodies and being in alignment with ourselves and maintaining our voice regardless of the consequences of us owning our individuality. If I remember correctly, when throughout history, women had to fight just for them to own their bodies. Women had to fight to own their reproductive systems. Women had to fight for basically anything, for their place in parliament, for their place in, their health services. They had to fight for everything. And here we're talking about reclaiming that and settling confidently in the position that is rightful for us and in the position that is us, that is ours, because if we live life with the fear of being too much of something, we will not align to who we are meant to be. And as women, we are meant to be so much more than the opinions of other people and the opinions of anyone, in fact, who thinks that a woman should be a certain way, or women should speak with a certain tone, or women should have certain opinions on certain matters. I believe that we each own a certain type of intellect that allows us all to be human, and women own the same as well. So it's best that we align to our nature of femininity, so that we know that no matter what, we deserve the space, we deserve the love, we deserve to be heard, and our opinions also matter. And that has everything to do with how we look as well. I want to also tap into the effect of our self-image. It is viewed that women should look a certain way to be accepted in a society as fit for a relationship or fit for marriage or fit for whatever. They should look a certain way. If maybe men, I don't want to say men per se, but if a woman comes in a certain figure that is not perceived as beautiful, then they are expected to shrink themselves to be who the society deems them that they should be. That is not how things should work. Because firstly, as people, we don't have the same genes. We won't look the same. We won't even be the same. So women should embrace how they look regardless of what the system or the society deems as being beautiful. We should own our bodies regardless. We should own how we look regardless. Because confidence goes hand in hand with alignment, and also hand in hand with who we turn out to be as women. We pride ourselves in what we look. And I believe that no matter your shape, your size, your tone, or anything like that is normal and is beautiful regardless of how it looks or how it's perceived in a society. We should remember that some of the ideologies that are imposed in the societies are mainly just worldviews, but believed by many people, so they are turned into ideologies. Just because just because it is perceived that a woman who is thinner or who is lighter or who has longer hair is the one who is more beautiful than the one who is slightly plump and with a short hair and darker. It doesn't mean that that is the truth. Beauty exists regardless of the image. And as women, we come with different sizes of everything, and this is to say that as women, we should accept ourselves the way that we are, so that in the beauty that we portray can also be ignited by the beauty that we feel inside because of being aligned to who we are and who we are meant to be. the more confident you are with yourself, with your ideas, on your voice, the easier it will be for you as a woman to maneuver through the systems and to claim your place in the world or anywhere that you go. And also, that leads us to another point of today, which is consent. Just because it is viewed that women must submit, or it is believed that women must submit, it doesn't mean that you have lost the right of your body or your personality or your persona or who you are. Everything about you is yours and you own yourself. And as a woman, you pick who gets to have access to your innermost being. Pick clearly. Pick the people who are good for your soul, who are good for the nourishment of who you are as a person, and also the nourishment of the woman you are trying to be. Give consent to people who give life to you. Consent in terms of access to your body, your physical features, and also consent to your soul. Filter through the people you interact with and know that the queen that you are is supposed to interact with likewise queens and kings, and also people who are going to give life to the kind of woman you are becoming and the kind of woman that you will become. And also pass the knowledge down to other women that are coming after you. Build them up to the fullness of the image of a queen, and know that, regardless of wherever you are or whoever is present, you will still own yourself. Be present and be aligned to the image that you should be. Some of us downplay ourselves and our abilities because it is not usual for a woman to own such a voice, or it is unusual for a woman to occupy such a space. Why? Because there is an ideology that is instilled in the society that a woman should be up to a certain level. Break the stereotype and know that as a woman, you are able to even surpass the limits that were set for you, either by religion, by societies, by parliaments or policies or anything. Know that you can rise and become above whatever anyone can think or imagine. This episode is not for pointers on how to do this or how to do that, but I believe that it is a word of encouragement from myself to myself, and also from myself to you, so that you know that you are rightfully at the purpose of your life. Don't be scared of your abilities, or don't be scared of your image, or don't be scared of your royalty as a woman, but nurture, flourish in what God has placed inside of you. Women are meant to create and to nurture for a purpose. We are creators of humans and of things. We nurture things to grow. Do you know how important it is for someone to nurture something? We are important. We are all that. We are the it girls of the world. It doesn't matter where you are in life, whether you're in high school, whether you're in varsity, whether you're working, whether you are 50 or what. You should know that you have the ability to create and to nurture good things into existence. So believe in yourself, believe in the power of your hands, believe in the power of your mind, and know that whatever obstacle that is placed your way, you will definitely conquer. Just take up space, be fearless, and grow into the woman that you are meant to be. Don't fall victim to other people's image of you, but create your own image and flourish in it regardless. Be yourself, flourish, and just go out there, make yourself proud, and let your crown be straight. If it happens that it tilts along the journey of life, you know what? Soldier on. Cry if you need to, feel all these things, but know that your queen status is still there. Face your crown and just move. I'm learning with you as I'm going, and this is one of the things that it took time for me to make peace with. It took time for me to accept, and I believe that journey is not only for me but for everyone else as well. So that is my word for you for this week. For last week. For last week, because I couldn't publish, but here we are today, and this is the word. Go out there, own yourself, own your individuality. Go out there, make yourself proud, and also break the stereotypes for also the women that are coming after you. Go out there, be prayerful, believe in yourself, believe in God, and be who you are meant to be. Thank you. Bye. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, share, leave a review, and rate. Let us all be whole and live a purpose-driven life.